Don't know if you saw the video, but you probably saw the video of these two guys here just a couple of days ago at Tennessee State University. Historical Black College and University, HBCU, right? They go on campus to have some conversations. They're wearing red hats. They get one question in from a student. Next thing you know, the mob rules. They're being, basically pushed, harassed. The police had to intervene. They're escorted off campus. It's embarrassing. Universities, whether HBCUs or anything else for that matter, are supposed to be places where you can have a real dialogue, a real conversation, a real effort at exchanging ideas, but it didn't happen. It doesn't happen a lot. Jody Barrett is a state representative representing House District 69 in the great state of Tennessee. He's here with me now. Jody, thank you for taking the time.
Good morning. How are you, Steve?
You're also a candidate for Tennessee 7, I understand, so you're running for Congress. But look, man, aren't we supposed... I mean, Charlie Kirk got shot in the throat because he wanted to have a conversation with people. And people didn't agree with him, and the radical leftists gunned him down. We've seen too much of this. It's got to end, and yet Tennessee State should have intervened here and said, you know what, we have an exchange of ideas here. Every university in America should be a place where you could exchange ideas aggressively, verbally, loudly, but not violently. Your thoughts?
No, I agree 100%. And, we've seen this boiling over now for several years, going back to Riley Gaines going on the campuses trying to talk about men competing in girls' sports and getting actually violently run off of campuses out west. And so here at TSU, this was a very unfortunate scene. And I think the thing that was most disappointing to me was the response from the university. The statement that they put out was very disingenuous. There's a time and a place for all of this. And as you said, on a college campus, we ought to be able to talk about ideas openly and honestly. And if you watch the video that these two guys put out, it started that way. There was, the first half of the video, there was a gentleman there talking to them, asking questions. They were going back and forth. And then as the crowd started to gather, it just started to get out of control.
Yeah. The time and the place for an argument, for a conversation, is 24 hours a day on a college campus. That's what you're there to do, to learn, to reinforce your ideas, to have a back and forth, not to plug your ears and jump up and down and act like a 5-year-old and say, we're not going to listen to you. And if you are going to say those things, we're going to attack you. I mean, but we see these things happen, and not Tennessee State for this, but segregated graduations. I mean, I realize the number of kids, the number of white kids at TSU are like 10 or 11%. And so what? There's white kids on that campus too, right?
No, there's actually minorities of all shapes and sizes on that campus. It's changed quite a bit over the last couple of years. And here at the state level, what we've done, we've actually just replaced the entire board for TSU because it has been poorly managed. We had to remove the president. And so I think they're moving in the right direction. This is hopefully a speed bump in them going back to, the right principles, the free speech that we all want to see happen on college campuses. Hopefully this is a learning experience for the new board and the interim president that they have right now.
Yeah. I cannot see any justification. I don't know what the board is thinking when they put out such comments. I just can't support that, Jody. All right, so let me... and screaming black power in their face is also an odd thing to do, I think, as you see this violence across the country. This whole idea that the majority of the violence comes from the right is complete garbage and nonsense. They need to stop saying that. We can see Charlie Kirk get assassinated. We can see President Trump coming very close to being assassinated. We can see members of Congress shot up at a baseball game. We can see I can go right down the list, one after another, and yet the left will sit there and lie disingenuously and say, well, majority of violence comes from the right. Where? Which Democrat speaker got assassinated in the last few weeks? Which presidential candidate for the Democrats got shot in the last year? Where is this violence?
Well, as you know, Steve, the mainstream media likes to take one incident if there's any incident where a shooter or the violent criminal is from the right side of the aisle, they're going to blow it all out of proportion. And of course, they damper anything that might make them look bad or their side look bad. And so that's what's got us to this point. And I think the silent majority is eventually slowly starting to wake up to this. Charlie Kirk's assassination was an awakening. And I think it's going to have the opposite effect of what maybe some on the left had hoped for.
Right. All right, so tell me about this special election that's coming up. Tennessee 7, who's in the race?
Well, we've got a primary coming up on October 7th. There are 11 Republicans in the primary, 4 Democrats and 5 independents. So right now we're doing pretty good. I feel pretty good about our chances. We're in early voting and just trying to get people out to the polls, make sure they show up to vote.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here, Jody. I do. And hopefully we can get some more conversation and less violence. More talking, less violence. That's what I'd hope for. Thank you for being here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
There you have it. And best wishes here in 12 days. There you go. October 7th coming up quick. 11 Republicans. It's a horse race. It's a field. You don't have to get a large portion of the vote to win something like that, now do you? And the answer is no, you don't. This part of the program brought to you by the Wellness Company. The Wellness Company has the best spike protein supplement you can get. It's the gold standard. The best parasite cleanse, it is the gold standard. And these kits right here, let me just show you one of these right here. These emergency kits are the best there are from the Wellness Company. I mean, I'm just telling you, it's the best there are. If you don't have one of these emergency kits that has, all sorts of medications, antibiotics, antiparasitics, they're all here for you. They're all here for you, and a book to tell you how it works in case you have a blizzard, an earthquake, a hurricane, all things that don't happen in Michigan, by the way, but this is the best kit you can have. If you get cut off for any reason, you need these. And there's several more to choose from. You've got a first aid kit. You've got a travel kit, a kit for kids, and everything else. Go to twc.health/Gruber. twc.health/Gruber. Get one of these emergency kits in your home immediately. I'll be right back.